With Rick Dorval of the Hawkesbury Hawks. Second meeting between the two teams, I guess, here this year. Way back on September 14th. I guess a lot of things have changed since then, and which normally do over the course of a CCHL 2 season.
Yeah, no, a lot of bodies have changed on both sides, new faces. So it'll be interesting to see how this home and home goes this weekend. I'd like to have a few other bodies in the lineup, but that's how a hockey season goes sometimes.
Rick, I think you finished third overall last year, right in the mix, right back there this year. But what things did you have to address in the off season? I know you did lose a fair amount of leadership.
Yeah, I mean, leadership was one thing. We wanted to add some scoring. Losing Jankowski at 90 points, so replacing a guy like that isn't easy. And Lavallee was on the top of our recruiting wants, and so far he seems to have filled the void from an offensive standpoint for us, that's for sure.
Yeah, quite a disparity between his totals and your next player. Jeremy Lavallee, I mean, we just interviewed him here. He's a very offensive-minded player. Obviously, you were saying to mix that void, but has he been everything that you were hoping for?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, the feet were the question mark coming in, and being at 6'5", I make a comment. It's like watching a Ford Escort racing in a Porsche event. He's got the engine. He's just, he's not the prettiest skater, but he gets there faster than most, and he's very effective. So, he's been good at both ends of the rink. He competes, and he's got an unbelievable stick for a guy that's 6'5".
Yeah, I actually noticed that here in the first meeting. The Braves fortunate, come away with a 4-1 win. But, yes, it was very obvious. His stick work was exponentially great.
Yeah, no, he can make plays that you don't expect that a guy that size can make. And then on top of that, he's got the big reach that is an asset to him when need be.
Rick, the season, out of the gates, the Hawks, how's it been up until we're just past the third mark in the season, or how's it been out of the gates?
Well, it's been great. I mean, it's hard to complain when you're 9-6-2, but the unfortunate part is for the last 6 weeks we've been unhealthy. We go in tonight without arguably 2 of our top 4 defensemen and 3 guys that could play in our top 6. Our number 1 right winger, our number 1 center. And probably our second line left winger. So, you lose those pieces. Other guys have to step up and continue to help us win some hockey games. But we look forward to the day that we're going to be healthy. And time's not coming quick enough for us.
Any surprises along the way this season? Pleasant surprises?
No, I mean, the guys that are at the top are the guys that you expect. The guys that work hard on the ice and off the ice, filling their voids. And if one, I would have to say Rockland. I mean, their young team has been unbelievable. Their young guys are the key to that engine, and all the kudos to Dan Sauve and the way he's operated that hockey club.
You just came back from, which is always a privilege to be involved in, the Eastern Canadian Challenge Cup in Trenton. How was that?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, being involved in it for so many years now, it's kind of a routine, but at the same time, it never gets old. You meet the players, you get to learn about players, you get to see some of the elite players of the other leagues that you don't, usually see. And the compete level is there, right? And you get to see the players that really want to get to that next level, and the guys that are, they're just here for the junior experience. So it's a wonderful time. It's fun to get away and change your train of thoughts a little bit, but at the same time, there is some work component involved in being at these events.
Coming into tonight, you said you're banged up. What do the Hawks need to do tonight to be successful in this front end of this home and home?
We need to compete. We need to go hard 60 minutes. It's got to be a full team job. I got to be able to roll 4 lines, 6D tonight to be successful, not only tonight but also tomorrow. And we need to capitalize on opportunities. There's no hiding it. Soulier is one very good goaltender, and if we don't get second and third opportunities on him, it's going to be a long night for us offensively.
Thanks for doing this as always. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Rick Dorval at Hawkesbury Hawks.